And today's episode of Free Friday is sponsored by Sketchfab. Sketchfab is the largest platform on the internet that gives 3D artists the opportunity to publish, share, discover, buy, and even sell 3D, VR, and AR content. Sketchfab provides you with an online 3D viewer which is based on the WebGL and WebAR technology. And this simply allows you to view your 3D content on the web, mobile browsers, and also on virtual reality headsets. So in case you want to publish or even buy or sell your next 3D content, go Sketchfab. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another interesting episode of Free Friday. And today we have a couple of things that we would like to talk about. First off, we're going to start talking about the architecture page. Now, this page is a very nice website if you're looking for seamless textures for architectural designs, and at the same time it does have a web-based tool that allows you to create different kinds of patterns of brick, floors, tiles, and so much more. And it just makes sense because this is very procedural. Now, before we start talking about the procedural things that you can do here, let's talk about the stuff that you can find. So if you're looking for some very nice seamless looking textures, you will be able to find these things here. So right here you can also notice that architectures does have a huge set, a huge set of textures that you can pick from. So from brick, concrete, metal, stone, wood, you can literally just pick from any of these things and you're good to go, and you can definitely just start working with these things directly within your 3D scene. And downloading this is very interesting, as you can just simply select any of them, click on the download button to get these things going. Now, if you are looking to get or play with the procedural generator or the procedural app that it has, which is a web-based app, all you have to do is click on launch web app, and this is going to open up a brand new page. Now let's talk about this page. First off, you will notice that we have the texture directly here and also the hatch. Now, if you want to deal with the textures, you can make and play with the textures however you choose. So if we go over to the section where we have the graphite, we can choose and change the textures, and you can see automatically on the web page this changes. Now, if you're not comfortable with whatever pattern that it has, it does have a long list of different patterns that you can play with, and you can simply change these patterns according to what you want. So let's say for this particular one, we need this to be about 8 by 4, something like so. Once we make that change, automatically you see that happens. Now, if you want to rotate this, you can also rotate this however you choose, and if you also want to play with multiple stuff like so, you can do that. If you already have a texture that you want to upload and you want to use that to drive the tiles, you can throw in that one here. If you want to fill one, you can simply use the fill. Now, you'd also notice that we have some indentations going on here, which has to do with the edge finishing. Now, for this edge finishing, you can make those adjustments and changes right here. So if I go over to the section called edges, I can change this from handmade to rough. Now, once I make that change, you can notice that happens. So let's go back and change this to uneven, and you can see that, and I can increase the edge scale. Now, increasing this edge scale can give you some very nice looking stuff. So if you're into texturing, you want to use this for some displacement, you want to get a very good feedback from this, you can use that. You can also change whatever joint, which is this, or whatever edges, you can change this from either mortar to rough concrete, and automatically it's going to update to something like so. Let's talk about the adjustment. So if you like to adjust this, you can play with the brightness however you want. If you want to play with the hue, maybe you want to get some very nice finesse to how this colors would look like, you want to desaturate them, you want to oversaturate them, you can literally start working with these things and get the best out of it. You can play with the tone variation here, and then we can also choose to play with the tint. So if you want to tint this a little bit, let's say we want to give it a little bit of red tint, and let's just click on OK. You can see you have this vast possibilities of things that you want. So for seamless textures, this seems to be a very good one, and once you're comfortable with what you're going for, you can just hit on the download button. And because we're using the basic version, which is free of charge, it's used for educational and personal use, you can simply get a 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel. If you're using the pro version, which you have to pay for, then you may get something way higher. But if you're using just the very basic one, you can just go ahead, click on the download, and this is going to download the texture map. So if you also have some texture makers like Crazy Bump and all that stuff, you can use this to generate displacement, generate the bumps, generate the normals, and some stuff like so. And it's very interesting to see that we have something like this today. Now, with this said, let's go ahead and talk about some other free stuff that you can get from this week's Free Friday, and we are looking at Amin. So Amin has some very nice stuff that you would would probably want to take a look at. So if you're looking for rounded tile node group, maybe you are working with Blender, you're looking for some pretty cool tile, node group that you can work with in case you're looking for rounded tiles and you want something that is going to be procedural, something that you can use, you can get that. If you're looking for a procedural rain which you can apply to glass, windows, stuff like so, you have this other one which is totally given out for free. You can go ahead and download this too. We also have the procedural eye, which he has also created and also given out for free. So you can download all of these things, and you feel excited about them and you want to donate to him, yes, of course you can simply donate to encourage him and get some of these things happening more. And then we have the ray matching shader for Blender. So all of these things are totally free, and in case you're thinking, what are the licensing, they are all under CC0 licenses, and you can simply use them for commercial purposes. So with this said, let's dive over and talk about some pretty cool stuff from our friends at QBrush. So this week QBrush is giving out a couple of things. So first off, we have the starter pack brush 2020 from Mark. Now Mark is giving out this, and these are for persons that are into Photoshop, or you're into digital painting. Since you can now use your Photoshop brushes directly in Substance Painter, of course you can now take advantage of this. Right now this is at a discount rate which you can get for $3, but since it's part of the weekly giveaway, you can actually get this one totally for free. So if you want to get this, you can simply come over to the link in the description and grab this. And this is not the only thing that Mark is giving, as he also has a very nice schedule for anyone who is studying art. Maybe you want to get some schedules, how you can study stuff, you can also get this one for free. There's also a couple of other things like hand topology drawing, which you can also get here, and there is just a set of nice looking stuff that you can get directly on his page. Now, someone else who is also giving something for free is Oleg Ushenok. So we've already talked about Oleg severally on the page, and it's just interesting to see that this week he's giving the free bike hard surface kit bash. Now, this one is something that if you're into kit bashing, you want to work with some stuff, you want to gather some piece of this particular bike and use it for something else, yes, you can get this one. Now, if you're also looking for some pretty cool stuff that Oleg has given out before, there are some of them on his page and you can see them here. So like you can see, we have the hard surface kit bash, which is something we purchased before. In the previous week he gave out the fantasy ornament, which was very good. We also have the free TIE fighter, which you can also get totally for free. And most of the other things that he has on his page are under the 10% off discount, so in case you want to get them, you can come through, get these ones and start working with them. We also have Glenn Patterson that is giving out these amazing Tone Cloth plugin. Now this one works with ZBrush, and if you're interested in shredding your clothes in ZBrush or trying to generate some very nice tear, this plugin is definitely going to come in very, very handy. Now going over to his page, you would also notice that he has some other things that he is also giving out for free, things like the demo hunts, which you can get. There's also the UI in case you're still working with ZBrush 2019. There is just a couple of alpha, Gribble Skull, and some pretty nice things right here. So if you're a ZBrush fan, you're working with ZBrush, you love working with stuff like so, you can come through and check these ones out. Now, one more 3D stuff that we'll talk about before we dive into the realm of 2D is the modern chair. So this particular modern chair from Amin is a very nice one. So if you're into architectural design, stuff like so, you may definitely want to pick this one and throw it into your scene. Now, with all of this said, let's talk about some 2D stuff. Now, within the 2D space, we are looking at Spain's Shores. It is a set of royalty-free reference pictures that you can get. These are ranging all the way to 200 plus that you can grab right now, and they are all made available by Ultimo. Now, Ultimo has also given out something before, which is the Fountain Model 3D Scan. And if you're also looking for a free Reaper pack, you can get this one, since it's also something that he's also giving out for free. And these are some nice stuff that you can get from Ultimo. And for those who are looking for color inspirations and you're looking for something that can inspire your color choices, Laura is giving a color inspiration pack. So if you're working with Procreate and you're looking for some color palette, right here there is over 180 different colors and some pretty cool artworks that you can pick from. So you can actually go in here, download these things and start getting good with them. So these are some very nice stuff that we have for this week's Free Friday. But before we go, let's give a huge shout out to our sponsors at Sketchfab. So Sketchfab is the #1 place on the internet, hands down, where you can get some pretty cool free professional 3D models. Now, if you're into 3D and you're looking for where you can showcase, sell, buy, or just trade off your 3D models, you can actually depend on Sketchfab to get these things going. And of course, if you're looking for free 3D models, you're looking for something that is within the lines of, archaeology, you're looking for stuff within the lines of, art, you can definitely find a lot of them for free, as you can simply click on the explore button, go over to downloadables and get these things totally for free. At the same time, you can literally take a look at your 3D models, see what they look like before you hit on the download button and get these things going. So this is definitely going to be about it. I would like to know what you guys think about all of these things that we've talked about in the comment section today. So if you're interested with architectural textures, or maybe you're interested in working with some pretty cool procedural stuff from Blender, or you get to find any of the free things from QBrush this week, you can go over to the link in the description, download these things and get good with them. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section, and of course, if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And if you're new here, it's going to be amazing for you to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next video or the next update. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.